Hey there, this is Niels Beardfoot and today we are building a Viking leather helmet. Starting with the pattern as always, printing it out in a size fitting for you, tape it together and cut it out. I highly recommend a rough paper model like this to make sure the size is fitting. After that, transfer the edges of the pattern on the leather and cut that out too. Punching holes in the deep corners make cutting out easier. Moisten the leather pieces from both sides to prepare them for stamping. With a groove cutter reversed, I only mark a parallel line on the edge. Along these lines, the sewing holes will be punched, but I also use it as reference where to use my steps. With a natural stone as well as with a swivel knife, I give it a used look. Draw some parallel lines on the remaining pieces for sewing holes. Next, there are some certain edges that we want to thin out on the flash side. All the edges that will stand for themselves can be beveled from both sides. And then we can start painting. Here I use, as always, my spray gun. With a coat of resist, I protect the leather and the dye and prepare it for further dyeing steps. Also with some resist on the edges, I can use that to burnish them. On certain pieces I put on another coat of the same dye and tap away some of the excess so it leaves a nice optic. Some antique gel gives it a nice shine. And after that another coat of resist to seal everything. Along the thinned out edges you want to rough up the leather, moisten it a little bit and bend it for preparation. And next is sewing, and it's actually quite a lot here, so take your time. On the back of the helmet you want to sew the middle piece loosely on. This will give you an easier time with gluing it together. For more preparation, moisten these edges again and bend them together just to make sure they line up nicely. All these preparation steps will give you an easier time with the next one, which is gluing. A parallel line to the edge gives you an estimation where to put on the glue. That will be next. Remove any unwanted glue right away. When the contact cement is mostly dry, you can start gluing it together. And be very careful here, take your time and make sure it lines up. After that, use an awl to cut through the holes completely and sew them. When you did the same to the other side as well, we can start hardening. So I use water for 50 degrees Celsius for about 10 minutes. Then you can let it dry for around 8 hours or put it in the oven for 25 minutes at 50 degrees Celsius. While still moist, we start shaping. Use your bone folder to stretch out the leather from the inside to give it a nice round shape. Also, you want to give the nose a nice round shape just to make room for yours. And from this point on, most is sewing, starting with the side piece here. For this nose piece, you want to also moisten it a little bit and bend it to make it sure it fits nicely on the nose. Then hold it in place, mark where it will be placed, rough up the area underneath, put on some contact cement and sew it on. You want to go easy on the edges, just to make sure that later on no glue is visible, and it will be sewn anyway, so it will be strong and stable. At the back of the helmet you have to cut off some of the excess leather just to make it fit. Ideally it overlaps a little bit over the sewn edge. And after that, cut through the sewing holes all the way and sew it. Only close to the edge at the side you want to leave out some of the sewing for now. When all the pieces are attached, cut away all the excess leather, sandpaper it away and dremel it away around the eyes. Next you want to bevel these edges, re-dye them, put on some resist and burnish them. And now you should already have a working finished helmet. We could stop here, but there's a little bit more to do. Put on these cheeks on the side. They are made from the same leather as the helmet, but also have a soft one as joint for the helmet and a chin strap. So the cheeks are attached, but we want something additional. We got a face and a beard. It is very important that you understand that depending on your shaping and molding, the exact position of the holes can vary. So you want to put this in position, mark the holes, and then punch them afterwards. For attaching I use screw rivets, so I can remove the face mask if I want to. Also there are some holes for the chin straps just to keep the cheeks in position. And there you go, your finished Viking leather helmet. Please note that it is designed to wear a cushion underneath, so you have to make it a little bit bigger than your actual head size. There's quite a lot of sewing to be done here, so don't be easily fooled, take your time and bring everything together. Thank you for watching, check out my patterns in my shop and my other tutorials, and see you guys next time. Have a great day!